Let's talk about the real fight. The only fight that ever mattered. Not you vs them, not you vs the world, it's you vs you. Every morning, there's a version of you that wants comfort, soft, easy, familiar. And then there's the version that wants greatness, uncomfortable, uncertain, unstoppable. The question is, which one wins today? You can run from the world, you can hide behind success, and you can wear the mask of confidence so well that people start believing it's real. But when you're standing in front of that mirror, everything falls away. The mirror doesn't care about your followers, your job title, your applause, or your excuses. It reflects the truth. It knows when you've been settling. It knows when you've been drifting. It knows the promises you made to yourself and quietly broke. Every time you tell yourself tomorrow, that mirror remembers. Every time you cut corners, it knows. You can lie to everyone else, but not to your reflection. It is your most honest witness, your rawest reminder, and your toughest competitor. There's something sacred about that moment of stillness, when your eyes meet your own in that reflection. It's uncomfortable, sometimes even painful, because you can feel the distance between who you are and who you are meant to be. That feeling, that quiet tension, isn't there to shame you. It's there to wake you up. It's the whisper of your higher self saying you can do better, you can be more. The mirror shows you both versions of yourself, the one who plays small, who hides behind fear and convenience, and the one who's waiting to be unleashed. The fighter, the visionary, the unstoppable force buried under hesitation. Every time you look away, you delay that transformation. But every time you hold your own gaze, you take one step closer to becoming that version. Most people avoid mirrors when they feel lost. They avoid silence too, because silence amplifies truth. But real growth begins the day you stop avoiding yourself. Look at that reflection and see beyond the surface. See the fatigue in your eyes, the hunger in your spirit, the lessons in your scars. Those eyes have seen you survive what you thought would destroy you. That face carries stories no one else will ever fully understand. So, when you see yourself, see everything, the victories, the mistakes, the resilience, the growth. That's not weakness staring back at you. That's power unrecognized. You've already proven that you can endure. Now it's time to prove that you can evolve. The mirror is not your enemy, it's your training ground. Every time you stand before it, you have two choices: justification or accountability. Justification says, it's not my fault. Accountability says, this is mine to fix. And that decision shapes everything, because until you take ownership, nothing changes. You can't rewrite your story while holding on to excuses. You can't chase your future while blaming your past. The mirror demands honesty, and honesty is the foundation of transformation. It's where strength begins. Not in pretending to be unbreakable, but in admitting where you've been broken and choosing to rebuild anyway. That's how you rise, not through perfection, but through courage. And here's the truth. The mirror doesn't just reflect your face, it reflects your effort. It sees the late nights you avoided, the workouts you skipped, the goals you postponed. It also sees the moments you showed up when no one was watching. It sees your sacrifices, your quiet victories, your persistence in silence. It sees you. And that's the beauty of it, because even when the world overlooks you, the mirror doesn't. It witnesses your consistency. It knows your truth. And when you start aligning your actions with your words, that reflection begins to change. Not just how you look, but how you feel about the person you're becoming. That's when confidence stops being something you perform and becomes something you live. So stop negotiating with the mirror. Stop looking. G for shortcuts to your own evolution. The reflection you see isn't judging you, it's inviting you. It's daring you to rise to your own potential. Every day it asks the same question. Will you meet me here? Will you show up for yourself today? Because the mirror doesn't demand perfection. It demands presence. It demands that you stop running from your truth and start walking toward your greatness. That's where it all begins, Not in comparison, not in validation, but in self-confrontation. The moment you stop fighting the reflection and start listening to it, you begin your transformation. The mirror doesn't lie. It shows you exactly who you are and who you still have the power to become. And when you finally choose to face it, when you finally decide to stop breaking promises to yourself, you reclaim that power. Because the mirror is not there to remind you of your flaws, it's there to remind you of your fight, where every line, every scar, every shadow, it all tells the story of someone who's still standing. So the next time you see your reflection, don't look away. Don't hide. Stand tall. Meet your own eyes and say, I'm not done yet. But because you're not. The version of you that you've been chasing, it's been waiting right there in the glass all along, waiting for you to believe, to commit, to become. Way because the real battle was never against the world. It was always you versus you. And the moment you stop fearing that reflection and start becoming it, that's the moment you win. You won't always wake up feeling like the person who can conquer the world. Some mornings, your energy will feel drained before the day even begins. You'll stare at your goals and wonder why they still seem so far away. You'll question your purpose, your timing, your worth. And that's when most people give in. That's when emotions take the wheel and drive them straight back into comfort. But here's the truth. Your emotions are temporary. Your decisions are permanent. The person who wins is not the one who always feels strong, but the one who shows up anyway. You can't let the way you feel in a moment decide the quality of your life. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you're destined to become. And you cross it one choice at a time. There's a lie we've been sold that motivation is what drives success. It's not. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Motivation shows up when it's easy, when the music is loud and the energy is high. But discipline shows up when the room is quiet, when no one's watching, when no one cares. It's that quiet, consistent voice that says, you do it anyway. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it commands what you do. You can have 1,000 dreams and 0 results if you're waiting for motivation to strike. Because the truth is, the people you admire aren't more talented than you. They're just more consistent. They've mastered the art of doing what needs to be done, even when it's the last thing they feel like doing. That's the difference between potential and progress. Think about the moments that built you, the ones that really mattered. They weren't the times you felt unstoppable. They were the times you were exhausted, doubting yourself, ready to quit. But you didn't. That's when character is born. Discipline isn't glamorous, it's gritty. It's the 5 a.m. alarm when your body screams for sleep. It's saying no to distractions that feel good but get you nowhere. It's writing one more page, taking one more rep, practicing one more time when no one sees. It's not about being perfect, it's about being relentless. The secret isn't to wait for inspiration, it's to act until it returns. Because once you understand that emotions are guests but discipline is home, you'll never again let your feelings dictate your destiny. Discipline is also the purest form of self-respect. When you say you'll do something, and you do it, you build trust with yourself. That's the foundation of confidence. People think confidence company marries from results, but it actually comes from reliability, the kind you build with yourself. Every time you follow through on your word, you prove that you can count on you. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-belief. And eventually, discipline becomes your identity. It's no longer about forcing yourself to do the hard thing. It's just who you are. That's the shift. You go from chasing discipline to embodying it. From pushing yourself to living it. That's when power becomes natural, not forced. But discipline isn't cold. It's freedom. It's not a cage that traps you. It's the structure that sets you free. When you're disciplined, you're no longer ruled by impulse, by moods, by the chaos of the day. You're in control. You decide how your time is spent, how your energy is used, how your story unfolds. The undisciplined life feels free on the surface, but is chained underneath to regret, to inconsistency, to missed opportunities. The disciplined life might feel demanding at first, but it leads to liberation because you finally know that you can trust yourself to do the work. You no longer wait for the right time, you are created it. You don't hope for consistency, you become it. That's where the real power lies, in ownership. And yes, discipline hurts, it's supposed to. Growth isn't painless and strength isn't soft. But the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. Every time you push through that resistance, you're building something invisible inside you. Grit, focus, resilience. It's like lifting weights for your soul. You may not see it right away, but one day you'll look back and realize that every act of discipline was a brick in the foundation of your power. The days you didn't give up, the nights you kept going, the choices you made when no one was watching, they all add up. And suddenly, you're not chasing greatness anymore, you've become it. You because in the end, the goal isn't to feel good, it's to become unstoppable. The people who win aren't fueled by emotion, they're anchored by discipline. They show up when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when it's lonely. And that's what makes them unbreakable. Discipline over emotion. Always. That's how you stop reacting and start rising. That's how you turn potential into power. That's how you win the fight of you versus you. Pain. The one word we spend our entire lives trying to avoid. We label it as bad. We fear it. We run from it. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Pain is the greatest teacher you will ever have. It's not there to break you, it's there to high build you. Every powerful person you've ever admired has been forged in pain. You don't learn resilience from comfort. You don't learn strength from ease. You don't grow by winning every time. You grow by falling and getting back up again. Pain strips away the illusion of who you thought you were and reveals who you really are. It's the fire that burns away your weakness and leaves behind only what's real, what's strong, what's unshakable. You don't rise in spite of the pain, you rise because of it. When you start to see pain differently, everything changes. The next time life hits you hard, don't ask why me, ask what is this trying to teach me? Because hidden inside every painful experience is a lesson tailored just for you. The heartbreak that shattered your heart. It taught you how to value your worth. The failure that embarrassed you, it taught you humility and hunger. The rejection that made you question yourself, it redirected you to something better. Pain doesn't come to destroy, it comes to transform. And the moment you stop resisting it, the moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim of it, it becomes your greatest advantage. You stop being the person things happen to, and you become the person things happen for. That's the mindset shift that separates those who crumble from those who conquer. Pain also reveals what truly matters. When you are comfortable, it's easy to get distracted, to chase things that don't fulfill you, to settle for mediocrity, to play it safe. But pain wakes you up. It reminds you of your priorities. It strips away the noise and forces you to face yourself. The tough seasons in your life, the heartbreaks, the losses, the disappointments, those are the moments that carve out your purpose. You start realizing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. You start valuing peace over approval, growth over comfort, progress over perfection. You stop chasing what looks good and start chasing what feels right, because pain doesn't just make you tougher. It makes you clearer. It purifies your focus. It silences the trivial and amplifies the truth. The thing about pain is, it demands honesty. You can't hide behind excuses when you're hurting. Pain brings everything to the surface. It exposes your fears, your doubts, your weaknesses. But that's not a curse. It's a gift. Because you can't fix what you won't face. Pain forces you to face it. It breaks the walls you've built around yourself and says, hey, this is who you are. Now what are you going to do about it? And that's where growth begins. In that raw, unfiltered confrontation with yourself. The people who never grow are the ones who spend their whole lives numbing their pain, avoiding their truth, and running from discomfort. But the ones who dare to feel it, who sit in the discomfort and learn from it, they become unstoppable. Pain is not weakness leaving the body, it's truth entering the soul. Every scar you carry is proof that you survived something that tried to end you. Every wound that healed is a reminder that pain doesn't last, but the strength it gives you does. The world might see your scars as flaws, but they're actually your medals of honor. They mean you fought battles that others never saw. They mean you kept going when quitting would have been easier. They mean you didn't just survive, you evolved. Tati, so stop hiding your scars. Wear them, own them, let them speak for you. Because they tell the story of someone who faced pain and refused to bow to it. Someone who turned their suffering into strength. Someone who learned to see pain not as punishment, but as preparation. And that's what pain really is, preparation. Every challenge you faced was preparing you for the next chapter of your story. Every disappointment was teaching you resilience. Every failure was sharpening your focus. Every heartbreak was expanding your capacity to love. You can't get to power without passing through pain. It's the toll you pay for greatness. But once you've paid it, no one can take that power away from you. You've earned it, you've lived it, and that's the kind of power that doesn't fade. Because you didn't get it handed to you, you fought for it. We also don't run from pain. Embrace it, learn from it, grow through it, because every time you face it head on, you take another step toward your highest self. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your evolution. And when you understand that every struggle is shaping your strength, every loss is planting the seed of a comeback, and every fall is training you to rise higher, you stop fearing pain and start mastering it, because pain doesn't make you weaker, it makes you dangerous. And that's where real power begins. Excuses are seductive. They come wrapped in logic, coated with reason, and whispered in a voice that sounds a lot like your own. You're tired. You don't have time. You've already done enough. They sound innocent, even comforting, but make no mistake, excuses are the chains that keep your potential locked away. Every time you listen to one, you hand over your power. Excuses are not real limitations, they're carefully constructed lies we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort. They give us permission to stay small, to stay safe, to stay exactly where we are. And while the world applauds your explanations, your future quietly waits, wondering when you'll finally stop, believing the stories that hold you back. The truth is, every excuse has one purpose: to protect your comfort zone. The human mind is designed to avoid pain and seek ease. So when you say, I don't have time, what you really mean is, I don't want to face the discomfort required to make time. When you say, I'm not ready, what you mean is, I'm scared to fail. But here's the hard truth. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition. It convinces you to play safe, to wait until conditions are perfect, to settle for less than what you're capable of. Yet the irony is, the longer you wait for ready, the further away success drifts. No one ever feels ready. The right moment doesn't come, it's created. The people who achieve greatness don't wait for fear to disappear, they move with it, be through it, or despite it. Excuses thrive in comparison. You look at someone else's success and think, they have something I don't. You tell yourself they had better opportunities, more resources, more luck. But comparison is just another distraction dressed up as logic. Everyone has reasons not to start. The difference is, successful people don't listen to theirs. They feel the same fear, the same doubt, the same exhaustion, but they act anyway. They refuse to let their limitations define them. The truth is, your excuses will sound convincing until you meet someone who's achieved more with less. That's when the illusion breaks. Because the problem was never the lack of time, talent, or support. It was the abundance of excuses. Let's be honest, excuses are comfortable because accountability is heavy. It's easier to say, life got in the way, than to admit, I didn't prioritize what mattered. But accountability is where transformation begins. The moment you stop defending your limitations, you start dismantling them. Taking responsibility for your choices doesn't make you weak, it makes you powerful. Because when everything is someone else's fault, you're helpless. But when it's your responsibility, you suddenly hold the power to change it. Accountability is ownership, and ownership is freedom. The day you decide to take full responsibility for your life, your results, your failures, your success, is the day you reclaim control. Excuses are clever, they adapt. They evolve as you do. When you overcome one, another takes its place. You'll outgrow I don't have time, and then face I don't have energy. You'll conquer I can't do this, only to meet I don't deserve this. That's the trap. Excuses don't vanish, they disguise themselves. But here's the trick, awareness kills them. The moment you recognize an excuse for what it is, a barrier built from fear, you disarm it. It loses its power. You stop giving it oxygen. Because once you see your excuses clearly, you can no longer hide behind them. You either keep choosing them, or you start choosing yourself. You can't do both. The truth is, your dreams are waiting on the other side of your excuses. Every single one. The job you want, the body you want, the life you want, they're not being held back by fate, luck, or other people. They're being held back by the limits you've accepted. It's not about having more. It's about doing more with what you already have. The clock isn't your enemy, your comfort is. The world doesn't owe you opportunities, it responds to your effort. So stop rehearsing your excuses and start rewriting your narrative. You don't need permission to start. You don't need the perfect moment. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to decide that your growth matters more than your comfort. Because every time you choose your excuses, you lose a piece of your potential. But every time you choose responsibility, you reclaim your power. Excuses are lies meant to protect your limits. Accountability is truth that expands them. So the next time that little voice says, I can't, answer it with, watch me. The next time fear tells you to wait, move anyway. Because success doesn't come to the one who waits. It comes to the one who acts. And when you finally silence your excuses and step into ownership, you'll realize that your biggest obstacle was never the world. It was you. And now you're done standing in your own way. A confidence. Everyone wants it, but few truly understand where it comes from.